Yes, you lot, welcome back to the Louis Talks Footy channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Man City versus Wolves preview ahead of the game at the weekend. Before I get straight into this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, anything that can possibly help the channel out. I would hugely appreciate it. Honestly, I'm an up-and-coming creator in the football social media space. And I'm really trying to grow and be successful. So if you could subscribe, honestly, it would massively help me out and it'd be greatly appreciated. So please do that now. Wolves versus Manchester City. Wolves are on very good form at the moment, and that's important to note straight away. And City are on very bad form. So just based off of that, I think it's going to be a competitive game. I'm not massively confident going into this. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that City are going to win 3-0 because I don't believe that. I just don't. On another day, if this was, I don't know, normal City, normal Wolves, I'd be predicting like a 3-0 City. But it isn't that. City played Man United last weekend and we got absolutely smoked, bopped, popped, battered. Against Manchester United, and against Bodo Glimt, the same thing happened again. We got absolutely destroyed by a team who's never won a game in the Champions League, never beaten a Premier League side. I'm pretty sure they were in the second division of Norway not too long ago. We gave these lot the best moment or the best game in the history of the club. Okay, the population of Bodo can actually fit in the Etihad Stadium. That's how small these lot are compared to Manchester City, and it was one of the biggest upsets the Champions League has ever seen. How embarrassing is that for Manchester City? It's very embarrassing, right? So embarrassing. City. In fact, the City players are actually compensating the lads who went to the game. The fans who travelled over there to Bodo to go to the game. To the game. Obviously, it was freezing conditions. That doesn't freeze your ability to play football. It looked like it had frozen some of the lads' ability to play football because we were that bad. Rodri, Foden, Haaland. The lads in defence. It was really poor. But listen, I've made a video on that, so if you want to go and look at that, go and check it out. But that's not what this video is about. This is looking forward ahead to the Wolves game. Bottom line is City are on bad form. Wolves are doing relatively well for what they have been doing this season. So yeah, credit to Wolves, and I think this is going to be a tough one. I'm not going to lie. I think it is. Pep Guardiola really needs to switch something up because it hasn't been working at all. I'm intrigued to see what this lineup's going to look like. Obviously, we brought Guehi in. I'm expecting him to start. So let me quickly run through a little predicted lineup. So in net, obviously, it's going to be Donnarumma. This guy's been saving our arse for past couple games, making the scoreline look slightly less embarrassing than it should have been. Obviously, I had a bit of a howler against Bodo for the first goal. Probably should have done a lot better, but hey ho, he's saved our ass a few times. He's allowed to mess up once, considering the rest of the team have been shocking for a fair bit now. Obviously Donnarumma goes in. The back four is a bit of a tricky one, but I'm deciding to go. Aït-Nouri, Elaine, Guehi, and Kushnov. So Kushnov at right back, Aït-Nouri at left back, Guehi and Elaine. Obviously, there's question marks over Elaine, but we don't have many options right now, especially with Nunes not in the squad. We have to put someone at right back. For me, Aït-Nouri obviously very clearly did not work against Bodo. Don't know what Pep was thinking playing him right back. He was caught out positionally a lot. 2 of the goals came down the right hand side. In fact, I think all the goals might have. No, I think one of them came off the left, but the other 2 came off the right. And Aït-Nouri, I don't know where he was, but he was just caught out. For me, Aït-Nouri has to be back on the left, Kushnov on the right, and Elaine and Guehi in the middle. Obviously, you could play Ake at left back. That's also a shout. Maybe we do that, but he's playing for injuries, stuff like that. Aït-Nouri needs to get back into the team, so we need to give him some minutes. We need to give him a go. So listen, let's try Aït-Nouri out at left back. See what he can do. Onto the midfield: Rodri, Bernardo, and Cherki for me. Rodri, Jesus Christ, mate, seriously, you need to pull your finger out. Obviously, he picked up a red card. It was 2 yellows in the space of 58 seconds against Bodo Glimt. So yeah, that's really not good. I mean, I'm really hoping this guy's gonna look at that and think, right, I need to make a statement now, because I actually think he was playing really well. In the games against Sunderland, Chelsea, and Brighton. Although we didn't get the results we wanted, I think Rodri did play well. So Rodri, oh, you can't not play him. Obviously, you can't not play him. Bernardo, obviously, a lot of City fans have been annoyed at this guy in recent weeks. But for me, he has to start as well. Reinders doesn't do it for me. He really doesn't. And so yeah, I prefer Bernardo in there at the moment. That's just me. Get onto me in the comments if you want to. Cherky in the 10. I feel like Foden has to be dropped. I'm sick of this guy now. He's really frustrating me. He just feels so ineffective. Game after game, does nothing. I hate to say it, but there's what's the word now? What's the flipping word? There's comparisons to be drawn between Foden and Rashford at United. That's United Rashford in terms of form. Rashford would have a long period where he'd do nothing, and then all of a sudden he'd come into a bit of form and he started to play really well. And I can't lie, I feel like that might be the situation with Foden at the moment. I hate to say it, I'm sorry, but I feel like that might be the case with Phil. He's not like what I thought he was going to be. He's not, when Kevin De Bruyne was in the side, he'd take the games by the scruff of the neck, pull out a bit of magic, and get City out of trouble. And Foden doesn't do that. He's not the main man. He isn't that. So, listen, Foden's been, yeah. I need to move on from this guy because I'm really sorry. It's just frustrating, and that is partly because we all know how good this guy is. So when he's not doing that, when he's not playing up to his best, it's frustrating. People are going to get onto him. So I'm sorry, but yeah, Foden has to be dropped for me. Has to be dropped. Onto the front line. Haaland has to be dropped again for me as well. Put Marmoush in there. Give him some game time after AFCON. Maybe he needs a little rest. I don't really know. But I'd stick him up there. So yeah, Marmoush in the 9 for me. Left wing, I'm gonna go with Doku. He had a shocker against United, but I don't know. I really like this guy, and he's one of our very bright sparks going forward for me. So yeah, Marmoush in the 9, Doku on the left, and then Semenyo on the right. Very, very strong team for Manchester City. We should be beating most Premier League teams with that side, even with the slightly shaky defence. So yeah, we should be battering them. If you go and look at Wolves' form, obviously I mentioned that Wolves were playing very well. So they are unbeaten in 2026. They picked up a 3-0 win against West Ham. They drew to Everton. They battered Shrewsbury 6-1. Obviously, that was in the FA Cup. They drew to Newcastle United as well at the weekend. Very, very good result. So yeah, these lot are going to be tough to beat. That's the bottom line. They're going to be tough to beat after looking like they were going to get relegated with the worst points total in history at the start of the season. They've really turned it around a little bit. I still think they're going to get relegated. In fact, they're definitely going to get relegated with how far behind everyone else they are. But that's not to say they can't come to City and cause an upset, because they definitely can. They're definitely capable of doing that. So listen, City need to be scared. City need to be going out there and making a statement. I can't lie, even if City go and batter Wolves now, the feelings of the feelings of just despair and that we're not quite there will still be lingering, obviously, because you can't go and put in the performances we've put in and then just go and smash Wolves and then everything be hunky-dory again. And that's what it is in football a lot, because football fans are fickle. And as soon as we start seeing our team playing well, everyone's getting excited. Is the league back? I guarantee you, if we batter Wolves, people are going to be saying City are back. People are going to be saying that the title's still on. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I think the title's done. So listen, if City batter Wolves, right, and Arsenal drop points, and I come back on here and say City are going to win the league, please cook me, because right now I'm putting it out there. I do not think City are going to win the league, and even if we go and batter Wolves, I can't I don't see City being back. I don't see him competing with Arsenal particularly much. Yeah, I think we've been drossed the past couple of games, and a big win against Wolves ain't going to change that for me. That said, I don't think we're going to get a big win anyway. So yeah, that's that. I think this is going to be a very tight game. I'm never going to sit here and predict City a loss. Really. If we were playing Arsenal or someone like that, in this form, I would be predicting a loss, probably. However, it's Wolves, and I'm going to predict a 2-1 City. It's a boring scoreline, I know, but I don't know. I can't really say much else, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not massively confident, to be hugely honest with you. That is the video, guys. If you liked this video, please obviously like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff that helps the channel, boost the channel. That would be absolutely amazing. Get your score predictions in the comments. I'll be looking in there, so slap them in. Pause, and yeah, I'll see you lot in a bit after the Wolves game, most likely.